If you truly knew me, you'd understand that every decision I've made has been shaped by my past, my struggles, and my yearning for peace. What you see is just the surface, but there's a depth beneath that speaks of silent battles fought and lessons learned in the quietest corners of my heart. If you truly knew me, you'd see that every action I take is rooted in a story, a narrative of who I am and who I'm still becoming. It's not always easy to explain, but it's real. And it's a journey of growth that only those who truly care will understand. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that the choices I make come from a place of survival, not recklessness. Behind every decision is a mind searching for clarity, for peace, and for the right way forward, even when the path seems uncertain. If you truly knew me, you'd realize that the pain I carry isn't something I wear on my sleeve. My actions, my choices, my silences, these are all pieces of a puzzle that only those who really see me can put together. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that my heart is not cold, but careful. Every feeling I show is tempered with the understanding of how deeply my emotions run beneath the surface. What seems distant is often just the quiet of someone who is protecting their heart. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that everything I do is for a reason, even if that reason is hidden beneath layers of uncertainty and fear. The truth isn't always easy to share, but trust me, it's there in everything I do. If you truly knew me, you'd know that my actions aren't a reflection of who I am right now, but of the person I've fought to become. Every choice, every feeling has been shaped by the battles I've fought within myself. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that my decisions aren't made lightly. They're the product of years of introspection, growth, and painful lessons that have all led to this very moment, even when the world doesn't see the struggle. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that what you perceive as strength is often my way of shielding myself from the weight of the world. It's not a lack of emotion, but a desire to keep moving forward despite everything inside me that wants to collapse. If you truly knew me, you'd realize that I am not defined by my mistakes, but by my ability to learn from them. Every misstep has taught me something valuable, and I carry those lessons with me, even when they don't seem obvious to the outside world. If you truly knew me, you'd see that I'm not trying to hurt anyone, but rather protect myself and those I love in the best way I know how. My decisions come from a place of love, even if it's not always clear at first glance. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that I don't always have the words to explain myself. Sometimes, silence is my loudest cry for help, and it's only through patience and understanding that you can hear the unspoken truths. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that my heart doesn't give up on the people I care about. Even when I seem distant, it's not because I don't care. It's because I'm trying to protect my heart from being overwhelmed by emotions I can't always control. If you truly knew me, you'd realize that the things I've done weren't out of malice or recklessness, but because I was simply trying to navigate my own storm in the best way I knew how. If you truly knew me, you'd see that every action I take is a reflection of my deepest need for connection, for understanding, for a space where I can be vulnerable without judgment. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that every decision I make is an attempt to balance the conflicting emotions I feel. It's not always easy to reconcile the pain with the hope, but somehow I try to find a way through it. If you truly knew me, you'd see that I am a person full of contradictions, constantly trying to find harmony between the different parts of myself. The way I act isn't always an accurate reflection of who I am, but it's a part of my ongoing journey. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that the choices I make come from a place of deep introspection, not from a desire to hurt or distance myself from others. It's a complicated balance, and sometimes it takes time to see the bigger picture. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that every emotion I feel is a storm brewing inside me, but I don't always know how to express it. My silence is not indifference, but the calm before the storm of words I'm afraid to say. If you truly knew me, you'd realize that my actions are the result of complex inner workings that can't always be explained in simple terms. It's not about making excuses. It's about understanding the depth of my feelings and the weight of my past. If you truly knew me, you'd see that I am not someone who makes decisions lightly. Each choice is a reflection of my heart, my mind, and everything that has brought me to this moment. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that my need for space is not a reflection of how I feel about you, but a necessary step for me to clear my mind, heal, and gather the strength to face whatever comes next. If you truly knew me, you'd see that I am not driven by selfishness, but by a desire to protect myself and the people I care about in ways I can't always explain. It's a delicate balance of self-preservation and love. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that my heart is a complicated thing. It doesn't always show what it feels, and it certainly doesn't always say what it needs to. But trust me, it beats with the deepest of intentions. If you truly knew me, you'd realize that everything I do is a reflection of my need for safety, understanding, and peace. The world can be overwhelming, And sometimes I just need a moment to recalibrate. If you truly knew me, you'd see that the choices I make are always made with a sense of responsibility, even when it doesn't seem like it. There's a weight to every decision I make, and sometimes it's a heavy burden to carry. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that I am constantly evolving, and my actions are the product of my growth. What you see today may not be what you see tomorrow, but that's only because I'm striving to become the best version of myself. If you truly knew me, you'd realize that every feeling I have is an intricate web of experiences, beliefs, and desires that are constantly shifting and changing. It's not always easy to explain, but it's always real. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that every step I take is an attempt to navigate through my own uncertainties. I may seem sure of myself at times, but deep down, I'm always searching for answers. If you truly knew me, you'd see that I don't seek validation from the world. I seek understanding. I don't need to be fixed, but I do need to be seen for who I truly am. If you truly knew me, you'd realize that the way I appear to the world is only a fraction of who I really am. Beneath the surface, there's a whole world of emotions, experiences, and dreams that you haven't yet uncovered. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that the way I process my feelings is often more internal than external. I may not show the full extent of what I'm going through, but trust me, it's always there. If you truly knew me, you'd see that I am not as closed off as I may appear. Every wall I build is an attempt to protect myself, but it doesn't mean I don't yearn for connection and understanding. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that every decision I make is a product of my experiences, my heartache, and my growth. It's not always easy to see, but trust me, there's purpose behind everything I do. If you truly knew me, you'd realize that my choices are a reflection of my need for balance and harmony in a world that feels chaotic. I'm just trying to find my way through it, even when the path isn't clear. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that the silence I often wear isn't indifference, but a shield I use to protect myself from the weight of the world. It's not always easy to let others in, but that doesn't mean I don't want to. If you truly knew me, you'd see that I am constantly questioning myself, constantly wondering if I'm making the right choices. It's a struggle I face daily, but it's one that shapes who I am becoming. If you truly knew me, you'd realize that I am not someone who easily gives up. Every time I fall, I get back up, stronger than before, with the understanding that each failure is just a step toward growth. If you truly knew me, you'd see that the emotions I carry are far more complex than what I let on. My heart is full of love, pain, hope, and fear all at once, and it's not always easy to navigate. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that I don't make decisions out of selfishness, but out of a need to protect my peace and my well-being. Sometimes I have to put myself first, even when it feels uncomfortable. If you truly knew me, you'd realize that the choices I make come from a place of deep self-awareness. I know my limits, my triggers, and my desires, and I act accordingly, even when it's not easy. If you truly knew me, you'd see that I am not a perfect person. I make mistakes, I have flaws, but every day I strive to be better, to understand myself more, and to heal from the scars I carry. If you truly knew me, you'd understand that my actions are a reflection of my need for healing. I've been through a lot, and sometimes I need to step back and find my way before I can be the person I want to be for you.